Advanced Route, Part 1, The Fool's Auction. (8:45).
Setting aside the fact that you were getting all cozy with that shadow girl without telling us?
No, let's not set that aside. You really should have called us in as backup, Van.
Sure, you had Ren with you. But if Risha was there, why didn't you at least call me in too?
Yeesh, give me a break already. This was all just something that popped up out of nowhere during my nightly rounds. I could tell there was something going on with that girl, but I had no idea it was gonna turn out like that.
Poor Jorda, though. To think her brother ran off and left her like that.
Poor Jorda. You do remember just who we're talking about, don't you?
Her brother was the worst of the two by far. Honestly, I still don't think I have it in me to forgive him for what he did.
Those two went as far as attempting to set off a nuclear weapon on Nemeth Island. They may have even succeeded at one point, in a manner of speaking. I still have my reservations about the sister. But given what you experienced last night, it would seem the brother is now the greater threat.
So you think he may have been behind that cult ceremony then, I take it?
Sure do.
Without a doubt, it had a lot of similarities to the ones the DG cult held. But the most significant difference is that there didn't seem to be any focus on denying the goddess. Katra, Ren...
Can't be 100% sure just yet, but if you ask me, I'm thinking it's not connected. Just didn't smell the same. In the time I had to spend around them, I found DG members always had this weird sort of rancid stink to them. Like something deep inside was slowly devouring their soul. It was a thick, sour stench.
True.
Yes. It was as though all the darkest parts of their hearts were condensed, boiled down to a thick sludge.
That sounds like the exact same aura I sensed when we were at Nemeth Island.
Well, each of their lodges were quite different. They all did have that same sort of pallor hanging over them. And you say you didn't get that same feeling at all last night?
Right. It was almost like they were just putting on a stage play. Hollow imitation of the real thing, without any of the underlying darkness.
A hollow imitation.
Well, given your nose, I'm sure you're pretty much right on the money. But while we're talking about knockoffs, you mentioned that Ix kid had a familiar-looking device on him, right?
Yes. He was in stealth mode, so it was hard to see it clearly. But from what we could see, it certainly had a strong resemblance.
The frame was a lot less fancy than that one, at least.
Even so, he was able to use it to perform some sort of transposition, along with that invisible creature he had with him.
No matter how you look at this, the situation's headed for the shitter.
Yep. Evan's got it right.
You said a lot of the people who went missing were Easterners, right? No way Heiyu's gonna sit on their asses after that.
And the whole time, Mr. Kincaid, the CID, knew something was going on, but turned a blind eye to it. Whether you look at it from a counterterrorism perspective or as an intelligence agency, there's no reason for them to do nothing.
You're right. It doesn't matter how close to completion the space program is. In fact, something like this could even jeopardize it, so why?
Nah, that ain't it. The way that guy was acting, it was like he was absolutely sure this wouldn't affect anything about the space program. Seems like your people are bent on overlooking cases like this one till then. The hell is the CID? No. What are you and the President even thinking?
That information is classified. I'm not at liberty to speak on that point, I'm afraid. Surely you, of all people, can understand that. Van Arkwright of Arkwright Solutions.
You're right. Mr. Kincaid is the type of person who wouldn't make a decision without all the facts. And my President Grammar is exactly the same. Damn it, I hate to say it, but in a weird, twisted way, that means we can trust those guys. They've probably even added what we, the guild, and even Heyu are going to do into all their little calculations. Speaking of, it was the guild, the police, and Heyu that handled the aftermath of those people last night, correct? Yeah, I only did with Jeffrey myself. Dragged him back to his home after the dust settled. He woke up briefly at one point. I don't get it. I don't know why I was there. It's like I was tripping out, feeling good, and all that stuff just came out of my mouth. I remember you yelling at me though. I didn't get the sense he was lying. Maybe he really did forget everything that happened? Including all the crap he blurted out during his little cult ceremony.
The world is enslaved by a pathological disease. The white population is infested with anti-immigration sentiment, while Easterners are immured by tradition. Mankind is powerless before their own inhibitions, snared in the sin shackled to them from birth. But don't lose heart, for salvation yet awaits humanity. This false night we call our lives shall be exposed, and the new dawn will rise to guide us.
I sense there's much hidden in those words. You're right, however, that they are markedly different from the DG cult's rhetoric. Still, this talk of a new dawn gives me pause. What do you think he meant by that? It does seem like the kind of speech you might use to start a revolution, but it's this use of sin that stands out most to me. Right, it's the same word Dingo used as the 8th Genesis observer.
Karma is humanity's sin. In fact, it's the original sin.
That word gets tossed around a lot. Could be a total coincidence for all we know. But the fact that this Jeffrey guy forgot all this stuff he was apparently so fired up about is the weirdest thing here to me. Yeah, that's strange. My first guess would be that it's the effect of some drug or perhaps some kind of hypnosis. You said all the other members experienced the same memory loss, right, Van? Right, Elaine, Zinn, and Inspector Daswani dealt with the aftermath once we'd finished. I talked a bit with them about how Jeffrey's coward was holding up. And from what they told me, so far each and everyone has woken up with fuzzy memories. Quite a number of them who are still out cold though. Police in the guild will be busy today trying to figure out who they all are. I imagine they've got their hands full with that. From the sound of it, there are a ton of people there. So that's why Elaine wasn't able to come today? Guess so. They're supposed to meet up around noon to swap info again though. On the other side, it's looking like we're gonna have to really kick it into gear for the next while. I take that to mean we'll be spending today going through each district and clearing out force PGs? That's the plan. Since the whole incident is still fresh, I'm sure we're bound to pick up on something. I want to have some of us hanging back and be on call. You can spend the time in info gathering. Just so we can respond to any emergencies that pop up, I want everyone to give their weapons and gear a thorough check. Roger. We can't forget that the sniper boy is out there somewhere. Not only him, there's an unseen monster yet on tow. Not to mention a bizarre transformation that happened to that Jeffrey boy. They must be prepared for a myriad of threats. Oh, but when? Yes, I have a remote meeting with a tech union today, so I won't be available during the afternoon. I will be able to find time to accompany you on that garden business though. It seems to have some relevance to me after all. Yeah, seems like your old co-workers are wrecking the place. That's fine, don't worry about the force PGs. Meeting with a tech unit is just as important. Alrighty then, weather outside ain't great, but let's divvy up the tasks and get out there before it gets any worse.
Hold on a sec. Before you do that, how about adding me back to the part-timer list?
Shizuna? Shizuna Rem Misurugi.
Hi, there's an unexpected guest.
Well, look who decided to show up again out of the blue.
Hey there, everyone. Been a while since I saw you all. I think it was back when I swung by with that Under Lucia cake or whatever it was called.
Right. I remember that.
After brazenly stealing their limited-time seasonal special off my desk, you tried to pawn something off their standard menu on me. That special ended right after. I never ended up getting a chance to try it.
Van's exuding such sorrow. I can feel it from all the way over here.
You're getting weepy over a pastry. Cut it out, you freak.
Fine, fine. It won't make up for it, but I'll work for free this time around, okay? I've been real busy for a while now. But I hear things have started to get pretty wild for you guys.
Wow, well, you sure wasted no time getting yourself up to speed. Did Kincaid tell you that or something?
I was under the impression that Ikaruga, like Marduk, was in the middle of carrying out orders from the presidential office.
Well, I won't deny that we are. Oh, but it's not like they told us all that much about their plan. They're being really tight-lipped about everything. I doubt either of our groups can even see half of the big picture. We're all pretty much just dancing in the president's and CID's palms at this point.
Sure seems like it.
Now that you mention it, I suppose I did get that impression.
Anyway, Ikaruga's part to play happens closer to the big climax of all of this, so I was able to take some time off this morning. When I heard about what all went down last night, I thought I'd see if you wanted my help. With little Miss Kitty and Beauty's blade tied up with work, I'm sure you could use an extra hand here, right?
So, you were listening in on us. Though, given your intuition, I suppose you could have just as easily figured it out. Well, someone as strong as you would definitely be a big help. What do you think, Van?
It's fine. Shouldn't cause any problems if you're just tagging along this morning. And honestly, there's just too much weirdness going on right now. I could use some help from that unclouded eye of yours.
Understood. Just leave it to me. Sorry to have derailed things, but now that that's all settled, how about we get out there and tackle those 4 SVGs? Gotta get all warmed up for this afternoon and evening. I want to make sure my senses are clear and sharp.
Hold up. What's going on in the afternoon and evening?
From the sound of it, you have something important scheduled?
Yep. First up is our super critical mission for the space program that—
No, nuh-uh. Shut your mouth right now. Don't want to hear any of that. If it ain't got anything to do with us, you just keep it to yourself. You hear me?
Yeah, I guess neither one is related to you. Directly, anyway. I did hear that you met him at Marduk, though. And I feel like the two of you will have some connection in the future.
Shut it! I don't want to hear easily guessable hints coming out of you either.
With things settled, Ren left the office, and after splitting up the tasks, Van and crew began their work for the day. Shizuruna has temporarily joined the party. However, Shizuruna can trigger an awakening on the field. Honestly, this is fine.
It's searching time.
This place is so cozy, I might never leave.
The shopping is done and the groceries brought inside, so I'm indulging myself in a few chess compositions. I would have much liked to play a match with Victor, but alas, he appears to have quite a bit weighing upon his mind. Perhaps he... No, I shall refrain. A mere bystander has no place to comment.
Allow me to repeat order. 1 white caramel pudding and 1 coffee, correct?
Yep, thanks a bunch. But things an orbital drone, right? I see it waiting tables here sometimes. That's pretty awesome.
Feels awesome.
Alright then.
Waiter mood has been garnering positive reception from customers. Feels awesome.
The forecast said it was going to rain, but I don't see an umbrella on you, Shizuna.
That's true. Her clothes weren't even wet when she came to the office, though.
It was only a little drizzle. I just dodged it all. No problem.
I'm not even going to ask.
She just dodged it.
We have, candy?
Severus seems rather docile today. Is it because of the rain, maybe? May remind me of how mopey Alphonse gets when he can't go for a walk. They're kinda quiet this morning. Yes, one of us seems to have gone looking for food. Right. Ah, there's Katra. Helping in the kitchen, yeah? Oh, that was a close one. I was so spaced out I nearly broke a plate. I know you said this new coat doesn't smell the same one, but I get how you feel. Just when you think you've forgotten them, their ashes blow right back into your face. God, I wonder how long it will be before we can finally put a whole mess behind us for good. Katra. Well, maybe the fact we can talk about it so readily is progress on our part? In all likelihood, the two really are different, but either way, be careful out there, everyone. Now, I need to do my part to help out around the bistro. After this, Fia and I can divide tonight's prep work up between us.
Pick something already! Be seeing ya! Pick something already!
White asparagus pottage.
Be seeing ya!
Just to check what the others are saying. And where they even are. I know it's only drizzling, but days like these give me a lot of, what do they call it? I hope we get nicer weather on your birthday, Agnes. Oh, I wouldn't mind too much either way, but the rocket launch would certainly be better off for it. The rain will probably thin out the usual bistro crowd, but give them a helping hand anyway, alright? Right, I've got it covered. I doubt even X would launch an attack in the middle of a day, but it still might be smart to set Montmartre up with anti-sniper measures just in case. Don't worry, I've got the office and bistro covered. And Reset would be in the office. I'm searching for cases similar to last night's, but without any luck thus far. Strangely though, there isn't even so much as a rumor about any rituals of that sort taking place. This may necessitate a wider dragnet. I'll have to cross-reference our information with that of a police and guild. Thank you for handling all of that, Reset. We tried to find something out on our end too. There's cake and coffee in the cupboards, so help yourself and take it slow. I graciously accept your kind offer. Do be careful out there, everyone. I shall gather what information I can from the Orbinet. Do be careful out there. Good. Did I already say welcome back to Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon? I don't think so.
Would you care for some flowers?
Right, anyway, welcome back. Where we today began Barnes Route 1.
What would you like?
Gift for Shizuna?
Please stop by again sometime.
There's no place quite like home.
Lindsay. Welcome. Wait, aren't you Lindsay from the Blacklight District? What brings you topside? It happened to do with that social reintegration thing you mentioned? That's right, I'm being tested to see how well I can manage in public. The Kingpin told me to behave myself and look after a shop for a while, so here I am. Huh, pretty simple as far as training goes. Right? Even I wouldn't up and stab someone I'm meeting for the first time. So, it would be nice if my trusty boyfriend could stop by if the urge gets too strong. Not a chance to every part of that sentence. Shake Magnus have it so hard, and ironically in this case. One's life is in danger. A verbal warning before the act is committed would be most preferable. Is this really the wisest course of action? I haven't been topside in a long while, so a little shopkeeping might be the perfect rehab for me. Even snuck some of my favorite books up to sell in secret. Fancy a look? Oh boy, here's hoping you don't get chewed out about that down the road.
What would you like? Please stop by again sometime. We have, candy? This is all part of my social reintegration.
Good luck, Lindsay. You will need it, I think.
What do we got?
Note from a longtime friend. My childhood friend Ginny left me a note saying she moved out of our share house. I've been trying to figure out why, but so far I've got butt kiss. Please, I need your help, Spriggan. Alright. Let's just so far just pick up the quests and do the exclamation marks. It's from Orion. Must be our little arrangement.
Hello, Mr. Arkwright.
I'm calling with a status update on the Grim Gardens liberation. Is now a good time? Sure, I take it you got us away into the third domain already? Technically speaking, yes, but the third domain is a bit of a peculiar case. Could I ask you to log in first so I can explain the details on site? I know trouble brewing when I hear it. Probably best to check it out in person then. So yeah, we'll be there. Thank you, and I apologize for the trouble. But that will not be in this episode.
Yay! I get to go shopping with Mommy!
Please, step on up.
Hey now. Cousin? And Mirabel, I hadn't realized you were in the capital. Agra, it's been a while. Well, not that long, and Wizard and Fairy and everyone is here too. But it has been a while since I've seen Agnes. Have you been helping out in the garden? Yes, long time no see, Mirabel. Cousin? Don't tell me you're here about the space program on orders from the presidential office. I see no reason to deny it at this point. The satellite uses Marduk technology after all. I'm more surprised to see her with you personally. What's so surprising about that? I'm a part-time associate member of the group, you know? Since when? Princess? Why are you here? You're supposed to be over there this afternoon. Ikaruga's under contract, you can't just ignore it, you know? Don't worry about it, I'm just taking a little break before I get back to work. She totally just blew them off, didn't she? Yes, but we already knew Ikaruga had a contract with the presidential office. I see, so there's something more than just the defense of a space base and the development of satellite and shard technology. And that's not all, considering we have both the Divine Blade of Silver and history's strongest soldier involved. Oh? Heh. What's going on here? Hey now, is he asking questions he shouldn't be? It can't be about that, could it? Well, it's got nothing to do with me, so I stop sticking my nose where it doesn't belong. Well, it seems it's got something to do with a friend of mine. Oh, boy, if you just pushed a little harder, I could have pulled you in. I'm sure that thing of yours would have written the book on fighting in extreme environments. Hardly. There's no way we'd be able to understand such a bizarre power. Honestly, just analyzing the battle data from the two of you is causing us enough headaches. What I'm saying is, everything else is off record. We don't need it, and we don't want it, so give it up, Princess Kasim. I had no intention of saying anything I shouldn't. How did things turn out over on your end? Surely with all those brains and brawn, there's nothing to worry about, right? Indeed, it's gone better than anticipated, so we'll be leaving the finishing touches to all of you. Just leave it to us, I'm looking forward to it. I just told you it's all supposed to be off the record! In the end, I still have no idea what we're talking about. It sounds like the presidential office has been doing some high-level preparations.
Yay!
Movie not today, I think.
Can I interest you in some space-themed merchandise?
Please take as much time as you need. I hope to see you again.
Maybe if at the end of the episode there's still time left.
Hey, stop on by!
We are movable and the chief are here too. Would have thought we'd be hung up by rainy weather. 2 adults on a quiet date. It's like a scene from a movie. Ha, calling it a date is a bit of a stretch. Sounds like things were rough last night. King Cat filled me in a bit. Last night? We're talking about the group Van and the others ran into? Elaine's looking into it, but the people we took in don't remember much. At least we were able to confirm their identities. They'll be released as soon as their health improves. However, since some of them have no families or relatives, we're worried that they might get up to more trouble. I've arranged to have the police check in on them every once in a while. Is that so? In other words, the CID's got no intention of getting involved. That might be overstating it, but there's a reason the CID doesn't have the resources to handle it. And until that reason is taken care of, we've been relying on cooperation from all sides, Marduk and Ikaruga included. We've been increasingly busy helping out since around May. Let me guess, that reason is Project Startaker, isn't it? I know you're not going to tell me even if I ask, but why all this effort? Why is the full power of the intelligence agency caught up with sending someone into the atmosphere? Not to mention the aerospace foreman is in charge of a rocket's functions. Even that's well outside the CID's field of expertise. Let's just call it a state secret and move on, yes? I'm sorry about this for what that's worth. I can't tell you anything despite all you've done to help us. Chief. If you're going to be so apologetic, then maybe we can cut you some slack? Damn it, Renee. He just cuts us off and makes no effort to hide the distance he's putting between us. Even back in school, he tried to deal with all the student council problems on his own. Man. Are you pouting because Big Brother won't play with you? Trust me, ain't the big bro. I was the one leading him around when we were kids. Whatever you say. Man's child like that is kind of refreshing, don't you think? The guy's not just following CID policy. He's got orders from the presidential office as well. We can only hope that all of you, Elaine included, can find a way to figure out what's going on. For now, I'd appreciate any information you can share, Kilika. Even about Walter's movements, the society's people, what's going on with the church and this whole pact thing. And something about the Republic's reaching out to the other nations. I suppose I can tell you a little. In exchange for information on the tech union's movements, or the policies of the guild's HQ in Le Mans, things like that. Damn fucks. They may look like old friends, but it's clear if Flying Swallows one step ahead. But they seem really close, just like Van and his friends. Maybe, but their situation is completely different from ours. And they do really gotta dangle these juicy hints in front of us, and they know we're listening in. Seriously, but I take it you've already heard all about this stuff, haven't you? Nope, sorry, only a few of us are actually involved. We haven't seen each other in ages, but she's just as shrewd as ever. Since we'll probably both be busy for a while, we should exchange information while we can. There's something very chic about morning cocktails. They're not too strong either. Perhaps it would be nice to relax with a glass on my days off? Hey, Shino.
Hello.
Been a while.
Thank you.
Care for some popcorn? Hey there, what would you like? Come again.
Oh, that movie was the shit, man.
Please keep all T-phones on silent and enjoy the film.
Hold on, isn't it the students' tennis tournament? I'm pretty sure Aramis is participating, but Remeferi and Libba are just way too good at tennis. Yeah, I bet both Ardent First High School and Genesis Royal Academy are gonna be on top this year. Of course, Force Tennis Club has been rising through the ranks too. They're definitely leaving a mark on the competition. Really? Well, that's exciting. A school tennis tournament, huh? One of the bookies taking bets. With United Star or Ryan Films Kowloon Pictures.
Follow a nun and a young boy's journey through the wilderness. Sacred journey.
Because comedy's
See the
been vying
movie
for the top.
critics are raving about. Now in theaters.
Out.
Maybe we should start studying astronomy?
The coffee here is out of this world.
Boy, you really are a handful, princess. Just who the heck do you think Security Chief Kasim is? You two've been weirdly buddy-buddy since yesterday too. This is why I can't stand having to deal with non-standard personnel. Sorry if I made you jealous. I'm not jealous. Just be careful, alright? Since yesterday, huh? I'd love to know the details. I know I've got all my space program responsibilities, but don't go think I'll skimp out on backing you up in the garden. If anything comes up, just give me a call. Thank you, Mirabelle. We certainly will. The space program is progressing steadily. I believe we'll make the launch day without any delays. There's some troubling signs in the capital, but we have to leave that to you. Kasim, could you give Renee an earful for me? Seriously. Tell him he owes me big time for pushing all this crap on me. Should the opportunity present itself? Marduk is putting all of its resources toward the launch that's happening the day after tomorrow. I suppose I'll enjoy the short break while I can.
Time to depart.
This is still the basketball, I think? Yeah.
Come on, Simon.
Searching.
You guys can do this.
What have we got?
Quail Fund Crisis by Kaina. Something terrible has happened to the Quail Reconstruction Fund, an organization established to help with rebuilding Quail Village. We need help ASAP. Please come to the Maserati Hotel in the Satan District. Uh-huh.
Let's have a look.
Something? Hey, welcome. Don't be a stranger.
Lam, Aslan, and Grandma? Grammy? What are you doing here? What are you buying me for, Missy? As for last night, I'm pretty much done with my supervision of a Gloria stage play. Today I've got a new task, consultation with these folks. Wait, you know each other? The runner-up from the Z1 Championship and the bigwig director from Kowloon Pictures?
Oh, hey, it's the Spriggan and his assistants. It's been a while.
It's been a while for me as well.
Leslie Lam?
Thanks again for all your help during the filming of Golden Requiem. Because of you, the movie turned out better than I'd even hoped. I really can't express my gratitude enough.
No need. I didn't do much of anything special. With Judas as your main lead, of course it was gonna turn out good. Oh, Kenneth, with a modesty, you helped with all sorts of ways, from stunts to crew work. You even dealt with the monsters that showed up on set. It really is a fascinating movie. Sure is. I've seen it a whole bunch.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me that you like it so much.
I still haven't seen it.
I'm only still here now because you all saved me back during those terrorist attacks at the Z1 Grand Prix. I owe you my life after all that. Still, I can't help but feel a bit frustrated at just being runner-up there.
We're forward to have brought that up, aren't we, Aaron? Hey, it wasn't a diss or anything, it was a photo finish between you and that sad sack. A difference of 1/10 of a second. And you even went and took that L and used it to fuel your drive to improve. There's nothing bad about that. Hey, are you even in a position to talk when it comes to that? That simply missed the way for you. Figured it would be the case, but seems like he doesn't have any memories from those 3 days. Yeah, honestly, it's a relief that he doesn't. But Grammy, if the two of you are here consulting at a time like this, I bet I can guess what it's about. Hey, don't stick your nose in other people's business, girlie. Well, considering the amount of time since the last release, the fans have probably already caught on by now anyway. Keep it off the record, but you're right, I'm having consultations about the next movie's production script. I can't wait for your next work, Director Lam. The net was lousy with rumors about, but man, to think it's really happening. You're the guy who won that Lion d'Or award at the film festival, right? Curious to see what you're making next. I wish I could share that, but, well, it's still in the very early concept phase and there's been issues with some of the sponsors involved. So look forward to the announcement once we've gotten everything finalized. Ah, that's a shame, but it's probably for the best. I wouldn't want to figure out the ending before the movie's even made, after all. I remember you from Nemeth Island. You've got quite the sense of humor, young lady. Yeah, she's not joking. I'm here for a separate project that I'm currently working on. I've been asked to help with the promotion of another movie coming out next month. Oh, could that be? Right, I heard a certain energy drink maker has been doing some stuff behind the scenes. But it's gonna be one hell of a collab, huh? Hey now, I'm supposed to be under NDA here. Man's pretty sharp himself. Well, I know I'm looking forward to it. Goodness. Well, you lot had better put in your all. Things are getting real fishy. It's a perfect opportunity for the Spring and his friends to shine. Not to mention the Phantom Thief Grimcat too. Yeah, you can count on us. Given her position and the others and where we stand, how can she whisper to us without them overhearing? Dominique sometimes gives me advice like this in the early stages. Of course, she doesn't just provide a simple solution. Instead, talking to her kickstarts a creative process, helping me come up with more and more new ideas. That's Dominic Lanster for you. Hey, what are you acting so proud for? He's always been such a big help. Better make sure the next movie's a good one to pay her back. Now that I'm done supervising Lower View, it's time to take care of the rest of my business in the capital. Sure, it's rainy, but it's times like these that I can get good work done. You all run along now, and work hard. Look forward to the movie promo. I'm sure it'll be exciting. And next time I'll make sure to win and take the title of champion for myself. We do that another time.
Let's be on our way.
Hey there. How's business treating you?
Want to take a look?
Of course, weapons.
Come again.
Oh, hello. Welcome. You're welcome back anytime.
Alright.
What's it gonna be? Later.
Come on, come on, and have a look.
Yeah.
Want to go watch the next launch?
Aaron! Everyone!
Oh hey, you're actually here in the capital?
Thanks for all your help last night. Oh, and I see Judith is with you today.
Yeah, I heard you really helped out last night. I'd heard you were working for Ashen lately, but it didn't really click till just now. Hello, Herr Ashen. It's good to see you again. How's it going, everyone? Last we met was an April Doom festival, if I recall correctly. Ashen Lu.
It's great to see you all again. Oh my. And it seems the Divine Blade of Ikaruga is with you.
Yeah, I decided to help out in my spare time since things were getting so so boring. I see. Well, either way, it's reassuring to have you here. Don't think I didn't hear that. Anyway, she's just here as a bit of insurance, that's all. So about that creepy-ass ceremony you and Van busted up last night. You got any new info about it, or maybe about whatever that invisible monster thing was? And also, the young enforcer from the society who's gone missing? Nothing, unfortunately. There's been no change in any of the Easterners we took in. They can barely remember a thing, including just how and when they went missing in the first place. They're all conscious now, at least, and we've been able to talk with them. But there are quite a number of people still reported missing, even beyond this group. I'm certain there's still something going on. I see. It's crazy to think that many people could have just vanished here in the public.
Quite so. With this in mind, it would be safe to assume there are more meetings, just like the one you encountered, happening in other locations.
Of course you guys had to show up too. Figures that if this asshole's here, you're right there with him to shove your nose into things.
My, it's good to see you and your compatriots well, Aaron. As you've no doubt heard, the Liu and Li families are in charge of our organization's activities here in the capital. As such, I've come to Lady Ashen in order to exchange information relating to last night's incident.
I requested their help in looking into some of the people we took into our care. I believe your message mentioned that you'd recently discovered something?
Right. Using a certain method, we were able to uncover a few bits of information that may prove useful. For those of you who are not part of Heiyue, I wouldn't be averse to sharing them with you, provided the price is right.
Arrogant prick. That's fine. We got some info of our own we can swap for it. So while you still don't know just how many Easterns have gone missing, all the ones you were able to trace made their way here to Edith, that right? Indeed, by all accounts it would appear as though they were led here by some manner of subconscious suggestion. I'm certain you find that to be the case for the other ethnicities among the missing persons as well. Subconscious suggestion? Is it even possible to pull off on so many people? It's not impossible, at least. There are a number of ways you could do it: talismans, needles, drugs, hypnosis, and so on. But also, there's what happened back in March. Oh, you're right. You called it corrosion, is that right? I heard a bit about it from Ashen and Judith. Right, though in the end all that was erased, like it never even happened. I remember what happened over those 3 days, albeit vaguely. You can't say for certain that what's going on now is unrelated to that incident, can you? You sure about this? Given the circumstances, we can't keep it a secret. After all, Ashen already experienced it herself. Ah, you mean that time I was being controlled, right? I still feel like I haven't apologized enough to Van and Aaron about that. I told you it's fine, stop worrying about it already. So that's the legacy left behind by the father of the Orbital Revolution. Seeing it up close, the details are different, but it certainly resembles the device we saw last night. On that topic, one of the people in our care sketched this out for us once they awoke. Wait, this is... Could this be the device you two saw last night? Well, what's the verdict? Well, remember we only saw a vague glimpse of it through the stealth mode that Kid had on. Even so, I'm fairly certain this is it. You said yourself that memories are full of holes. How did you get them to draw something so detailed? Mrs. Hay you were talking about, I'm sure they had no problem using their own drugs or hypnosis to really dig deep into their minds. Is this true? Dig into their minds? You can do that? I'm aware of certain military-grade substances that function similarly to truth serums. Our methods make use of talismans, I understand, so it shouldn't have caused the subject any harm, right? That is correct. There's no need to worry for their well-being. I was even sure to offer them remuneration for their troubles. Incidentally, the person in question even witnessed the young man who was there without his invisibility activated. We had an artist create this drawing based on the description we got, so it should be fairly accurate. You may as well take that one for yourself. We've already given copies to the guild and the police. Gotcha, much appreciated. Looking it over, it got the same feel as the real one, but the details and workmanship are completely different. I agree, but I'm certain it's related somehow. I'll also be sure to save it as a digital image, just in case. I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty good clue. Guess we owe you guys. Warner's group proceeded to share a majority of the info they had with Ashen and Zhao in return for a sketch. They also exchanged promises to share any new info each of the groups came across as soon as possible.
Wanna go watch the next launch?
Apropos of nothing, Yin. That is to say, Risha Mao, I've got a question to pose, if you would permit.
Hmm? Yes, of course. What is it?
Oh? Now where is this going? Come to think of it, didn't the two of them come to the Blacklight District together last night? Yeah, they made for a pretty synced up pair of martial masters at that.
I shall speak plainly. Should you have no object of affection, nor anyone to whom you are betrothed, what would you say to becoming Mrs. Fun Lee? Or, rather, Mrs. Gowalong?
Wow. Oh my goddess! When was that ever on the table? He's got to be joking, right? You can't just drop that on her out of the blue. Take it from his own flesh and blood, such acts are rather typical of him. While I want my brother to lead the Lee family, I also want to leave it to my progeny. There's no question that children born between us would be strong. No matter whose descendants leadership falls to, ours would surely be able to handle responsibilities. What do you think?
I see. I understand where you're coming from, but I'm afraid I must respectfully decline.
Well, it's true that Yin is a part of me. I'm now a citizen of Crossbell, and Archon Steel is a part of me too. Caught between two such disparate lives, I could never be the worthy partner you're looking for. It is true that I'm not well acquainted with this other life of yours. But even if you are dividing yourself between two endeavors, your martial prowess is undisputable. You may consider my earlier proposal rescinded, but even so I fully intend to pay Crossbell a visit. We can revisit this again once I've seen this Moon Princess of Archon Steel in action. I doubt my answer will change, but we'd be more than happy to welcome you to our show. I already thought something was off about this guy. Makes a girl jealous for seeing a guy make the first move on her. Definitely. In theory, I mean. Speak for yourself. Who in the right mind wants to be proposed to in front of a crowd? It would seem he is indeed outclassed. But as his brother, I will commend him for his words. Guy's barking up the wrong tree. Where I hear she's super close with that cop in Crossbell who saved her country last time it was in crisis. Oh, brother. Let's just hope Gowlang doesn't spark some international incident over there.
Wanna go watch the next launch?
Incidentally, Lady Ashen, you'll be leaving the capital this evening, I understand. Shall I pass on the gift you promised Master Shin the other day, in that case? Oh yeah, thanks. That would be a big help. Oh, something matter?
I already told you to quit calling me Lady, Tao.
You're with the Lee family now, and the head's older brother on top of that. There's no reason for you to be so deferential with me anymore.
So you say. But the fact remains that I am tremendously indebted to the Liu family. Not to mention my more than a decade's tenure as your attendant. I wouldn't trade even a day of it for the world. So please, bear with me in my attempts to rectify these clumsy mannerisms of mine. In the meantime, I deeply apologize for any discomfort they cause you, my lady.
Twice his game. And here I thought the man only jockeyed for power. He's a dangerous one. My brother's kind of a people close to him. If there's some other meaning to it, I couldn't say. Honestly, watching how he acts with Ashen has me rethinking my impression of him a bit.
Hey guys, give me your takes here. He totally did that on purpose, right? Just to throw me for a loop?
Settle down, Ashen. Granted, we don't really know a lot about Zhao personally. But I think it's pretty clear that you're someone special to him, you know? Yeah, I can feel this breath of sincerity all around him, unlike usual. Indeed, the look in his eyes is quite a gentle one. I can't muff out your chances, but there's no reason to back down now, is there? You're right. Well, so be it. Just have to keep close and remind you until it sticks. In return, though, I might make a little request of you too. Nothing specific right this second or anything, but are we agreed? Oh, very well, as you wish. I actually look forward to it. Just what manner of quandary will my lady ask me to solve?
Wanna go watch the next launch?
I feeded Lady Ashen's requests to the letter since she was a babe. As for whether it will hold true... Just a heads up, Zhao, you pull any shit that makes her cry, it'll be the last thing you ever do. I shall take that threat to heart in light of the pain you visited me the previous time.
Right.
So unyieldingly firm, it only enamors me all the more. Well, I shall relent for now. Crossbow should expect a visit from me in due time. That whole progeny part would have left anyone dumbfounded. Still, what matters most to me, that which I hold dear, hasn't changed one bit. All of a sudden I felt myself wanting to see them again. I won't just let him toy around with me forever. Like seriously, now that we're no longer master and servant, I was hoping he'd be a little more... Lady Ashen? Oh, ignore me. Okay, and Lever
Off
is
we
the
go.
last district for today. I know there were 2 4SBGs, or at least 1 4SBG and probably a topic quest there in Cindermarché, but not today, just because I'm looking at the time and I don't want to go too far over the time I usually reserve for an episode.
Welcome!
I've never tasted a dessert this good.
Oh, Judith. Good morning, Judith, everyone. Mom, why are you here? Nina here. Oh, that is with you too? That's right. We all ran into each other when we made a stop here before heading to the subway. Odette and I got to know each other at the Aramis Academy Festival. Oh, right. You two had a blast with the stage costumes together. Yep, that's not all. I'm still completely in awe of the fact that she's with the Chloe Lanster, storied actress extraordinaire. I've been watching so many old recordings of stage productions, so I can't tell you how honored I was to see you. Why, thank you. I never thought I'd meet such a young fan in a place like this. Alright, they were doing a stage show a while not too long ago. She's probably still more popular than her daughter, don't you think? You shut your trap, of course, even she's retired, her aura is overwhelming. Come to think of it, you did say you were wrapping up the stage direction for Gloria La Revue. I guess with you leaving the capital after today, now's the time to finish things up, huh? Yes, that's right. We decided to meet here at Nina's suggestion, since you thought the higher elevation would be helpful. Exactly, the atmosphere sort of resembles a small hill in Oration. A sky the color of thin ink, a light rain-like fog. The world is this beautiful, so why am I alive? It's only by chance but it perfectly suits the second act of the play. That was good stuff. Sounds like we're already in character. That was a scene where Sheena looks out over the capital and despairs, following her escape from Baratier prison. Yeah, it looks like the scene is really coming to life. Sheesh, I just can't compare. Wow, I'm definitely going to go see it. Gloria La Review. Didn't you see it yesterday, Agnes? I'm so jealous. I only got to see part of it. I really wish you could have seen it from the start. I'm looking forward to watching the whole thing. Ah, come on, I already said I was sorry. Oh dear, alright then, Nina. Let us go to the next act. And we would appreciate your continued feedback on that. Best value in an audience's point of view. Are you sure? I knew I should have called Skignon. Alright then, let's take it from Act 3 starting on page 58.
I've never tasted a dessert this good.
And the church. If you're really a doctor, then you should be more careful. It would appear that the effects of the transformation are mostly gone. So I expect the pain and fatigue will continue for a while longer. Think of it as a deterrent. You don't have to tell me that. You're in better spirits than I thought you'd be. My guild connections and word that you'd called Isabel last night? I'll be honest with you, we were on the fence about it, but ultimately figured it was the best choice. Considering the kids got returned to society, we asked for an examination. With guild supervision, of course. I wouldn't have even accepted the job if I didn't think I'd get a reward from the deputy secretary. Be sure to thank your pups for covering up the mirror, even if he seemed pretty reluctant. We sure learned a lot, but I'm just glad there won't be any long-term effects from this experience. Did we figure out why he turned into a machine monster in the first place, or why he said those strange words? I looked into it anyway, but nothing's jumped out as obvious yet. There was an influence of the drugs left behind by Almata that he used under the spring, but it's gonna take some time before any lab results become available, especially regarding any drug use. We let the police deal with any crimes. As for the stains that appeared on his body, you can bet the guild is still looking into it. From what I hear, they relate to the strange monster both you and Alvis ran into? Yeah, without a doubt. Are you saying the same markings appeared on a human and a monster? How interesting. Yes, even the invisible demon that they say appeared at the same time. We don't know what caused this group to go mad or the trigger behind this transformation. But one thing is certain, something's going on behind the scenes. Something bigger than just the underworld. There's still a lot of people missing from all over. Man, Miss Sheeta's starting to be a pain. If only I could remember something, anything, that could point you in the right direction. Well, you're not back in full health, so just keep cooperating with the investigation for now. Consider it payback for being used as somebody's pawn. Even that's not exactly what's important. That's what you'd think. You'd better not screw this up, Spriggan, not after you went off on me. Such admirable words for a good-for-nothing. It's all thanks to Van. This would have been a whole sight easier if I had a few samples from when you transformed. Oh well, no use crying over spilled milk. Check's clear, so I continue monitoring your condition. Don't think it'll be getting in the way of your day-to-day. Oh, incidentally, you're cool with me taking your corpse after you die, right? Hell no, what kind of doctor are you, you damn crack? A very curious one, you see. FYI, I'm not the type to let go of an excellent specimen when I find one. Damn it all, I'm never letting myself get wrapped up in something like that ever again. We finally got a lead on that invisible demon. But that issue aside, we need to make arrangements for this guy here. Whatever was possessing him is gone now, but I'll check in on him every now and then. I can't believe I was sporting some weird religious crap and then turned to some damn mechanical monster. Honestly, even forgetting the investigation of the fact I can't remember any of it pisses me the hell off. Hey Spriggan, you gotta figure out what it was that possessed me. After all that talk, you better see this thing through. Got that? Alright. Good. But I think I end the episode here, and we continue next time looking into the 4 SPGs. Until then, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.